Couple questions for you. How free do you feel? And how free are you? Well, the World Monitor for Political Rights and Civil Liberties reports global freedom declined for the 20th year in a row. It's called the Freedom in the World Report, evaluating the state of democracy and ultimately classifies nations as free, partly free, or not free. Those three buckets. Live to Amy Slipowitz, who is the co-author of the Freedom in the World Report and researcher at Freedom House. So good to talk to you. So glad to have you on CBS News 24/7. Walk us through these findings. Are they cause for alarm? And are you surprised by any of what you're seeing?
So 2025 did mark quite a grim milestone in that global freedom declined for the 20th consecutive year in 2025. What I mean by this is that political rights and civil liberties worsened in 54 countries and improved in just 35. And if you look at this in human terms, today only 21% of the world's population live in countries rated free. And that's down from 46% 2 decades ago.
Well, and you look at that map that is up on the screen right now, and that really drives home the point. You see the color there, and it is in quite living color. What does the report say specifically about the United States, though?
The United States was one of only 3 countries rated free to see a decline in its score last year. It declined by 3 points last year for reasons connected both to long-term patterns as well as new developments during President Trump's first year in office. So I'll just quickly walk you through those 3 reasons. First is chronic partisan gridlock in Congress. That is in parallel with the executive exercising unilateral power over responsibilities assigned to Congress, both by the Constitution and by statutory law. Second, personal expression has been chilled by a multi-year rise in threats and reprisals for political expression and the new administration's efforts to punish nonviolent speech by non-citizens. And then finally, ethical standards and anti-corruption safeguards have been weakened. So that brings the US score now standing at 81 points out of 100. It is still rated free, but it has dropped by 12 points over the last 2 decades.
Do your findings suggest anything that we can or should do here in the United States? What should we do with this information?
Yeah, our report has detailed recommendations. One of the things that we really recommend is connecting to the younger generation and meeting them where they're at. So that's online, conveying the importance of democracy and how it provides for different political rights and civil liberties, and making sure that the belief and the desire for democracy is going to be enduring for the next 20 years.
Amy Slipowitz, fascinating to see. Thank you so much for your findings. Hope to see you back here on CBS News 24/7. I like what you say.